Alright, so somebody asked me to rebuild the auto smelter and just like actually do a full tutorial on how to build it. So I'm just gonna keep this short and I'm just gonna not explain anything except for like the filters and like just how to set it up. So first of all, we're gonna take our box and we're gonna place it down, and we're gonna place our furnace down on the right here. We're going to take our storage adapters and we're going to put a storage adapter on the box and the furnace. And then we're going to take our 4 conveyors. These conveyors are going to be used to input, or these are going to be used for the filters to do the logic. So these bottom ones are going to be the output and the top ones are going to be the input. So we're going to take our splitters and we're going to place them here and here. One for our input, one for our output. We're going to output from the box into the input side and connect the splitters into your conveyors. Then, from the output of your furnace, you're going to connect the splitter to the furnace, and you're going to take the output from the splitter and put them into the bottom output conveyors. Alright. We're going to need a timer on the input side to start the igniters, and we're going to need a timer on this side to stop the input for the shutoff system. We're going to need a E branch here to power this timer, and we're going to need a blocker to block pass through for the shutoff system. We're going to need to combine the input to go into the furnace. The input's going to go into the furnace like so. Boom. And the output is going to combine into the box. And this is where your metal is going to be stored after it gets cooked. It's also where you're going to put your metal ore and wood to smelt. Alright, so this is the layout of all of the system. So you're obviously going to need a power device. You can use whatever power device you want. You could use a battery if you wanted to. You could use, obviously you need to power the battery. But for now, I'm just going to use a test battery or a test generator as a means to power this. So this is going to need some sort of power source. You're going to wire into your output. Your output is the bottom part. You're going to go to the power in, and you're going to use the path through to go into the second bottom, or the bottom conveyor. And then you're going to put the pass through to this E branch, and then put the branch out to the timer. The timer is then going to go into the block pass through. And then you're going to put the pass through of the power out on the E branch into this blocker. You're going to need a switch. I'm pretty sure I have one, or I guess I don't. You're going to need a switch. You're going to put this here. And you're going to put the pass through from the blocker into the switch. Then you're going to use this to power the input side. Okay. Now, in order to power the igniter, you're going to put the igniter down here. This will ignite the furnace when the system starts. You're going to go to the filter pass here, and you're going to put this into the toggle on the timer. You're going to set the time on here to 2 seconds, and you're going to take the pass through from this conveyor here, and you're gonna wire it into this timer. Then you're gonna take the power output of this timer and put it into your igniter. So this is all the electrical. Now we just need to do the filters on each conveyor. So you need to turn that on. So since the filter pass, you're going to want to exclude wood from this. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a filter for metal ore here. You're going to set a filter for high quality metal ore. You're going to set a filter for sulfur ore. Alright, and then you can turn that on. Then you're going to set this to wood. And you're going to set the max for wood through here as well. And you need to go into this conveyor and set the max for 10 of each of these. Alright. So that's the input side done. Now you just need to do the output. So from the output side, you need to figure out which one of these you want the metal to go through. So we're gonna isolate the charcoal. So we're gonna do charcoal as exclude on this one. Exclude listed items. And we're gonna take the filter fail from here. So since this is excluding charcoal, it will take metal, sulfur, and HQM. So since this one is the one that's not gonna be detecting charcoal, or it'll be detecting the metal output, you're gonna take the filter fail and you're gonna wire it into this toggle on here. So when this fails, filter-wise, it should turn off the input. Okay. So now you need to set this to exclude metal fragments. So metal fragments, sulfur, high quality metal. Okay. And you need to set exclude listed items. Same with the charcoal. So now what will happen is the charcoal will go through here and it won't trigger any of the filter fails or filter passes. But the top one, since it's excluding charcoal, the charcoal won't go through this one. It will detect the metal, sulfur, and HQM. And now, when you turn these on, this will do an initial fail, or at least it should, and it will turn off the input. And this will do this for 15 seconds, and I don't know if it's set for 15 seconds, but it needs to be set for 15 seconds. So we're going to set that to 15. Okay, and now the system should be ready to cook. So if I take wood, and metal, and I put it in, it should immediately start cooking. If I take the metal out, it should immediately stop. And you can see here the filters on the top are working because it's limited to 5, limited to 10. So we'll wait for this to cook, and then we'll see if the timings are set correctly. But what I'm seeing here is the charcoal is going through the bottom like expected, and the metal or HQM or sulfur is going through the top. And you can see here the metal is getting collected and the charcoal is being collected. So this is the correct setup. It's working as intended. So now it's going to turn off the input, and this is going to cook off all the rest of the wood, and now it's turned off. This should toggle back on, and now it's ready to cook again. So this has been the tutorial to how to build my automated smelter. I hope you enjoyed, and cheers, have fun with your new system.